Now we will practice how to factor trinomials in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. There's a special pattern that we can use, and I call this method guess and check. There are lots of other ways that you might have learned how to factor trinomials, and if you prefer those ways, go ahead and use them. When you're breaking up your trinomial into the product of two binomials, we know that these first terms have to multiply to make your first term, and these last two terms have to multiply to make your last one. Then I like to call it the smiley faces. I check the product of my inner smiley face and my outer smiley face, and those two together must add to make the center term bx. Here's an example below trying to factor 6x squared plus 17x plus 5. If we look at 6x, the possible factors of 6 are 2 and 3, 6 and 1. And the possible factors of 5 are 5 and 1 only. So here are all of the possible combinations that you could guess that would multiply to make the trinomial. Now the final answer that is correct is here, because if I check this inner smiley face, 15x, and my outer smiley face, 2x, together they make 17x. So let's try two problems below with guess and check. Here we have the trinomial x squared minus 10x plus 25. So if I am guessing, I can try one option here. I know these first two spaces have to multiply to make x squared. The only options for that are x and x. These last two spaces here need to multiply to make 25. A couple options, I'll try 5 and 5. Now if I check my inner smiley face, 5x, and my outer smiley face, 5x, together those do not equal negative 10x. They actually together equal 10x. So that tells us this is not our answer. But I can see that if I change my signs from positive 5s to negative 5s, now my inner smiley faces are negative 5x and negative 5x, which together make negative 10x. So this is my factored trinomial. So notice the idea is you check the smiley faces mentally. Okay? But if you want to show that work, you can. So let's try this next one, 2x squared plus x minus 15. So I know these first two terms have to multiply to make 2x squared. That can be 2x and x. And these last two spaces have to multiply to make negative 15. So remember, factors of 15 are 3 and 5, 15 and 1. But we need to make a negative 15. So I could try, let's say, minus 3 plus 5. If I check my inner smiley face, that's negative 3x. Outer smiley face is 10x. That does not make 1x. So this one does not work. Now with guess and check, you can get very strategic with how you guess your answers. So I know 2x and x are my only options here. I want to end up with 1x in the middle for my smiley faces. So let's see, maybe I'll do plus 3 and minus 5. So I was kind of thinking ahead on that, because now I have negative 5x and 6x, which does make 1x. So this is my final factored answer. So guess and check. You can do this mentally before you write your answer, and you don't have to show much work.